When I'm just starting out, one of the objections that I wish would disappear is I need to think about it. So in this call recording, I'm going to show you how I enroll one of our prospects into a $5,800 deal just by offering Facebook ad and GoHighLevel as a platform. Now, this is not including ad spend, so it's a $10,000 in total asking commitment. So guys, you need to understand that the objection I need to think about it is not a real concern. It normally have a root source from things such as finance, genuine time concern, or just trust. So when it comes to finance, it could be a cash flow problem where people just don't have the cash to invest right now or just too scared to invest, which leads us to the trust. People just don't trust you, your system, or your company just yet. Or it could just be a genuine time concern where people just need to talk with their spouse or their business partner before making a decision. So in this call, I'm going to show you everything from start to finish. The offer, the pitch, the ask, the objection, and the close. Enjoy. I guess like from just looking at what you're just telling me, what we normally put when it comes to working with agents like yourself, we implement like 3 core pillars in their business. Because of that, I want you to draw a triangle to illustrate that. Can you do that for me?
Yep, hold on.
I want you to write your goal inside, 5 sales per month.
Yep.
I'll go through each of them one by one, but the first one is called branding and broadcast. So you know how you say, you just spend time with some random Filipino VAs like to build your website that go to nowhere. This pillar is to make sure that that doesn't happen. So what we do is that we'll set up a system that allows us to do 2 things, like branding your goodwill, like your name in your local area, and do lead generation on the background. So it's not just like some website that's sitting there and collect dust. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
so
makes
how
sense.
we do that is we're using our very own in-house, this is what we call our algorithm ad. What that do is that it can target specific people in specific suburb based on their intention to sell or buy. And by showing targeted ad to the right people at the right time, we can position you as the number 1 go-to agent in the area because we're doing all under your brand and your profile, right? And number 2, we're also able to generate you like automated pilot lead generation in the background when it comes to seller inquiry. So they just go straight to your inbox and you just get email as a notification, all set up. That sort of workflow is all part of that. Does that make sense?
Yes.
We've done this so many times that we are actually able to actually guarantee you 20 of this opportunity per month. And the second thing is AI-based lead nurture. You know how you said you want to have a strategy or system to set up that qualification filter? So what we have is that we know that generate leads, like, it's not like part of the game. It's not like finish line yet. The really 50% of the other work is going to like qualify these people. So what we have is an in-house AI system. They're going to do 2 things again. It will go to the 20 people and qualify them on your behalf by asking them a set of questions. And by answering those questions, they qualify themselves as a potential vendor. Does that make sense?
Yes.
We'd ask them how soon you want to sell, what's the reason for selling, what's your residential address, and all that stuff. By answering that, they qualify themselves as a potential vendor. Alright, and then what the AI do secondly is that it nurture them and it follow up with them on your behalf. So by the time you actually talk to them, they're already pre-warm and pre-qualified. So the same AI that you get from me in terms of text and email before this call is the same AI. Look, the best part about this is that the AI that we use, we haven't used it for other real estate agents before, so it's been tested and proven in terms of like the script and the conversation, all that stuff. There's no need for you to set up anything or give us any content. Does that make sense?
Yes.
The third pillar is called tracks and scale. I want you to write that down. So, like you told me you're looking for an overall strategy when it comes to system. This is what this pillar is actually for. What we do is that we'll set up everything for the long-term basis. So the first thing, when it comes to like tracking, first thing we do is that when an agent come work with us, we'll sit down with them and we'll work out a roadmap to gain clarity when it comes to number. For your case, 5 sales a month. From that 5 sales, how many listings you have to make, and from that listing, how many appraisal you have to make, and from that appraisal, how many leads need to be generated to hit that. So there's a clear roadmap on what need to be hit and what need to be achieved. Does that make sense? Now,
Yes.
we'll also give you a tracking tool that allows you to track your progress along that roadmap. Once you track that progress, you can make decisions to scale based on data. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Look, on top of that, you get like exclusive chat support from us. You get a weekly call to make sure that, the progress and the roadmap is stay on par, and you get training with our top agent. So we partner up with like a 7-figure agent, an actual agent that have cleared out 7-figure in terms of GCI. that come and train our agents in terms of like, it's in the form of video recording and you can watch that. It's just someone that's teaching you from what they actually do, not in theory. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So yeah, look, that's the 3 pillar. That's what we implement and that's what we do to actually get those people the result that you see on our page. Any question?
No, not yet.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's that simple, man. It's like really not rocket science. It's 3 pillars.
Actually, before you go, with the branding and for the broadcast, so on the little video you normally do it through Facebook and Instagram, is that right?
Yep.
Yeah. So in terms of that, would I need to show my face? Like, if I'm not a very public person, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Would I need to show my face, or can I just put a profile of a company down, or what we do, sort of thing, Because sometimes it might not be me that will be dealing with the customers that come through.
Okay. It might not be you. It could be your assistant or something like that.
That's right.
Okay.
Because if it's just solely me,
what's the question? Sorry, I don't get the question.
For example, in the branding, so a lot of times agents, they brand themselves as the business itself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How do you normally do the branding? Do you do it as a actual business profile, or an actual personal profile that this person does this for you?
Yeah, I mean, like we just do it under your Facebook page, and in that Facebook page we have a photo of the agent, so it looks like they're talking to a human.
Yeah.
But whoever texted them doesn't have to be you. It just have you. But if you're not comfortable with that, man, we can just like use our brand. We use a third-party brand. But a lot of agents just use their own brand. When we say using your own brand, doesn't mean you have to reply to them. You can have someone else reply, but they will see you, obviously. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no problems. Yep, that's all it does.
Does that make sense? Does that answer your question?
Yes, it does.
Cool. Everything else makes sense, or?
Yeah, it does. Because I've used those AI things before. So with the one you've got, right? You know how you guys send out automatic text messages? Do you guys actually see that afterwards, or does it just go through like a funnel sort of thing where you don't actually see? It's like, for example, if someone, you send out a message saying, "Do you want any help?" and you ask them to write yes or no, but they write something else other than yes or no. Do you see?
Yeah. So we have a mobile app that keep track of everything, and you can log in and you can see the conversation. Our agent use that every time, so they can reply on the go. Yeah. So you can see everything on desktop and mobile. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's all I need to ask.
How do you feel about this? Like, do you feel like it could be right for you?
Yeah, I'm comfortable with it because I know other, like, for example, have you ever heard of Stop Renting Perks?
No.
So they're like, they've got their own marketing team, but they use something very similar where they've got a brand and they get most of their stuff either through Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok. And people just, go on it, leave their details, and someone calls them up. You know what I mean? So I wanted something like that, where they've left the details and then someone calls them up to chase the sale,
Yeah, but the difference between these, I guess, like, it's more like integrated in your business, and it's like become your brand, and it's like a system that you can like, have more control and generate your own quality lead for long term.
Because I know this sort of system works. I don't know how to do it, but I know the system works. I've seen other companies use it, and they're very successful,
Yeah. So it's just a matter of, that's why a lot of structure that we have is more like done for you. All the branding and broadcast done for you. The AI is done for you. So the agent don't have to do much really. Yeah. I guess what I'm trying to ask here is like, if you understand everything, do you feel like this is exactly what you're looking for?
Yes, I've been looking for something similar to this for a long time. Because like I said, I've seen other people use it, and they don't tell you what they've used. You know what I mean? Which is fair enough. But I've seen advertised through X way, and you go through their links on TikTok, whatever, and they ask all the qualification questions.
Yeah.
And after someone calls you up, after you've done that,
Okay.
So I know that system works because I know their sales numbers,
Yeah. And so why do you feel like this is gonna work for you?
Because I feel that's the hardest part of the actual job is actually getting these sort of leads, and at an effective price and time frame,
Okay.
And also, I think, TV ads, newspaper ads, they're all dead. There's no such thing. You can't really use those anymore,
Yeah.
I think most people are either on TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook, That's where all the people are now anyway, so.
I guess it's like the guarantee and the branding, from what I heard, is more like appealing to you. Like the guarantee and the branding on social media, that's you feel like it's going to work, right? So,
yes.
So when are you looking to implement something like this by?
As soon as possible, I guess. So.
Okay, cool. Well, I guess like if you don't have any question and like you're ready to go as soon as possible, like what do you want to do from here then, from this stage?
Okay. At this stage, tell me what I have to do and also how much it's going to cost. And
Yeah,
we
yeah. That's a good question. Let's get to the investment. So there's two parts of investment. Number one is what we call the advertising spend. So that goes directly toward Facebook and Instagram. We don't touch that, right?
Yeah.
You're looking at $20 to $15 a day. That will allow us to actually guarantee that 20 appraisal inquiry, right? So you're averaging 400 to 600 a month. 600 to
Yeah.
400 a month, right?
Mhm.
So what would the math be like if you multiply that by 30? And then second part is our investment. That would be 4,800 including GST over 90 days. So what that means is during that 90 day, we're going to be implement the first, second, and third pillar for you. And it's allows to guarantee that 20 listing opportunity every month over that 90 day. Okay? And on average, from what we see, our agents are getting their listing within 6 to 8 weeks from joining our program. That makes sense?
Yes, it does. So what happens after the 9 days?
We'll leave after that. We leave a lot of room in terms of flexibility and negotiation. You can tell me, Vico, we want to renew. We're quite happy. Then it's obviously just renewing for the same price. Or we want to do it for a year for a discount. We can do that too. Or the other thing that we have is that we'll give you our blueprints. Like Vico, teach me how to do it. We give you our blueprint, and then we'll teach you how to run this ad, and then you can like just do it yourself while we're helping you on the side. But there's like a lot of different approach where we can play from here in terms of,
So during that 9 days, you guys will develop the ads for me, or do I have to develop the ads, or what happens in terms of the ad?
Yeah.
The actual branding and broadcasting.
Yeah. That's a good question, man. So, like I said, our structure and our approach to this is more of hands off with agent, because agent, they don't want to be like, they're very busy already. They don't want to be. To answer your question, we'll do everything. The branding and the broadcast, we do it for you. The AI and the workflow and the setup, we do it for you. Like, we don't need content or anything. So what we need from you is just like to fill in the tracking sheet, really, to make sure that we track the progress for you.
Yeah. Okay. In terms of so basically with the 4,800, can you do a program where I can get buyers and sellers, or just one? There's only one avenue that you go for.
Yeah, that's a good question, man. That's actually, I'm glad you bring that up. Actually, getting seller, it requires different ad copy, ad campaign, and different setup. Getting a buyer, we're gonna need to make a new sort of set and things. I was gonna ask you that. So that 4,800 is for seller. Do you want me to include a buyer as well for like?
Yeah. How much would that be?
I'll say, because although it's like require extra work, but because we're just doing everything at the same time, it's really not that much time. So we can add like 1K in there, so it's like 5,800.
Okay.
More of it, or like is that enough? Or
that's enough for now. Yeah.
all right,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So if you started doing this, what sort of timeframes would you need to work on this? And
Yep. So what that look like, mate? We typically, like, if you're keen, we can wrap everything up on this call. And the next step is that you schedule an onboarding call with our account manager. Now, she's very good. She's actually in the real estate space. She has on board a lot of agents before. And that's like an hour. And after the onboarding call, we get your information, which we require from you. And it'll take 2 business days. So honestly, you can get it launched by Friday today. And it's actually worked really well on the weekend.
Okay. And that's for both sellers and... So basically, what sort of information do you need from me to get ready? Like if I said yes.
Yeah. Look, it's just a typical onboarding information, name, address, some photo from you, some email sent you, like really just basic information. And obviously like the area of targeting, that's important as well. Your average house price in your area. It's just like, it's all processed, it's all document. We're just going to give you a form and then you just like fill it out.
Because right now, my area is pretty much because a lot of it comes from referral. My area is very widespread. Is that going to be an issue? In terms of...
Yeah, that's actually a good question. So like the area question is actually work well when it's like purely seller, because you're doing buyers like all over the country, right? Yeah, so look, you can just like, it's like a type question, like we just asked you and then you can just type what you want and we analyze that and we'll come back to you. Yeah, it's not like a multi-choice questions like A, B, or C. It's like you type in what you want to target and we'll take the information and then we'll sort of discuss with you. But normally it's not a problem with our side. Yeah.
Okay. I'm not sure. Were you one of the guys that offered a guarantee 9 months or whatever, or 30-day guarantee or something like that you get? Oh, that must be someone else. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, like we do have guarantee. Did you catch that?
Yeah, I saw something there that you did have a guarantee somewhere. I thought it was you.
Well, discuss that in the triangle. Remember, was that we'll guarantee 20 opportunity per month.
Oh yeah.
And that's just seller. Like seller is the hard one. Like we'll guarantee 20 seller.
Do you reckon buyers is easier or harder?
So much easier, man. Like for buyer, you can get like $1 for a pop, maybe 50 cents.
Really?
But so we're gonna set up like some structure that makes sure that only like qualified people are coming in.
Yeah, because like I said, in terms of buyers, because I get a whole bunch of investment packages as well from this builder, and he's been wanting me to sell it for ages. And so, to me, the value of what I see it's not worth it for the local thing. Because basically, I've noticed that he sold a lot of them to people in the East Coast, not locals. You know, so yeah, I think that's quite good if I can get buyers for those sort of packages as well. You know.
Yeah. So the strategy with buyers is all about qualification. So we're gonna be like setting up a harder question to make sure that the right people is coming in. And look, we like even though we dominantly work with seller agent, but we actually work with some buyer agent and some project management that just selling off the plan as well. So we have like experience getting buyer. Yeah.
Okay. No problems. Let me have a think about it. I'll give you a call tomorrow. Is that number that you called me yesterday? That's the direct number for you, or should I text you?
Yeah, sure. I mean, like, typically, if you need more time and stuff, like, we can just tee up another Zoom call. Like, that's just a 30-minute one, not this long.
Oh yeah.
Just knock out.
Oh, what day is today? Today's is Friday okay? You're free Friday?
You can't do tomorrow? No,
tomorrow I'm booked out. Friday morning or afternoon I'm free anytime.
I can do Friday at 3 o'clock. Oh, sorry, that's Sydney time. That would be Friday at 3. Friday is 3 Sydney time, so whatever that is in WA.
Yeah, that's 1 o'clock. That's 1 o'clock, so that's okay still.
Alright, that's okay?
Yeah, that's okay.
I'll send you a calendar invite for that one then.
Yeah, that should be good.
Is that okay if I just like ask you a few questions, just want to be on
same page sure.
Let you go?
Yeah.
When you said you need to go and think about it, like, what do you mean by that? Just so I know.
Well, basically, I've got a business partner as well. I'll ask him if he wants to do it with me. If not, I'll do it myself. So, yeah.
Okay.
So that's why I said I want to have a chat with him first, you know?
Okay. Is it just the partner? Aside from the partner that you need discussion with, is there anything else that would like hold us from moving forward?
Not really. It's just that's the only issue, I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
In terms of your strategy, as long as you've got all your system set up, I think it should be fine.
But which one you want to go to? What you want to go like 4,800 with just a seller or 5,800 with buyer?
If I want to go buyer later on, is it going to be difficult or should it be better off all at once? Or
yep, go on.
No, because basically, I can always get someone to do some of the leads for me. If I've got too many in the actual buyer side, that's not a problem because I've got the listings anyway for it.
Yeah,
I've got the agreement for it already, and it's an apartment, so there's not much to. They're normally not many issues in that. There's some of those things,
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And like, depending on what you want, man. With buyer, you normally like I think you mentioned you want to save some costs with realestate.com. I reckon just go for like buyer and seller, and then we can launch the buyer campaign. It's like we give you a credit for it, and then you can launch a buyer campaign when you need it to. It doesn't have to be simultaneously launched. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so does that answer your question?
Yes, it does, actually.
But how do you feel about the whole investment and stuff? Is it so big you need to split it with a partner or something? Was that why you're talking
No, I can do it myself at this stage, but it is quite big. But obviously with your guarantee, if you can't get those leads, what happens? You refund the money, or what happens then?
Yeah. No. So what that means is that the guarantee is a guarantee. That means we have to meet a certain benchmark, right? So if we don't hit that, we'll give you the next month for free. And if we don't hit that in the next month, you get your money back.
Yeah.
It's really that simple.
Yeah, no worries. From your experience, though, how hard is it to have this thing automated all the time? Like for example, I spend this much over 3 months, so each month it's $4,800 for 3 months. Is that right? So that's what it's going for, or $5,800 for 3 months. Is that right?
58 with buyer campaign.
Yeah, for 3 months. So roughly 2,000, just under 2,000 a month, plus the advertising of 600. Is that right, per month?
Yeah.
So you're looking at roughly, say, about 2,500 a month. So honestly, if I can get extra 2 or 3 sales from that, it covers it anyway. It's not a huge amount, But
yeah,
the only issue I have is, does the system work? You know what I mean? That's like everything,
Yeah.
If it works, the cost of it's minimum, per sale,
Makes sense. That's why I was
Yeah.
asking you, I guess before you even move forward with us, we want to make sure that you're 100% comfortable and you're clear on what you're getting yourself into, right?
Yeah.
Is there anything that I guess there's still some doubt there, whether it's gonna work. Is there anything that I can show you or walk you through to make sure that it's a 10 out of 10?
I don't know how you can. I'm not sure how you can prove it unless I actually do it. You know what I mean? That's the thing,
That's a fair
it's
point,
hard.
man. I mean, that's a fair
You
point.
might say it works for this person, but it might not work for me. That's the thing, Yeah. So unless we actually do it, how can you say it works or not works? So
that's a fair point. But can I ask you a question, man? What makes your business different from other agent that we work with? Especially, you could say oh, I'm in WA, they in Melbourne, right? But we work with Jarwell, right? So he's also in the same thing. So, that's a fair point where you said what if it worked for them and it doesn't work for me? My question for you is well, what makes you different from them? It's the same Asian. These Asian you saw is not from China or from Canada.
It's all
they're all Australian Asian, right?
Honestly, when you sell a house, it's the same process for everything. Every agent, they do the same thing.
Yeah.
They advertise on realestate.com, they advertise on Rewire, whatever they advertise on.
Yeah.
Your home openings, that's pretty much it,
Yeah. The process is there.
Yeah. The only difference is if you can get more leads than anyone else to be able to, more listings,
And it's not necessary that it's volume is one thing, but knowing how to convert. That's why we partner up with Adam Flint, a top agent, to actually share some strategy on how to convert better, on how to make better listing presentations.
That'd be handy.
Is there anything that I can walk you through or show you to make sure that it's a 10 out of 10 or give me an idea here, how far are you on that scale, from 1 to 10 in terms of confidence or certainty?
Probably about an 8. But it's not 8 out of 10.
Yep. What's the difference between an 8 and a 10 for you?
For me, I don't know. The difference will be when I actually do it. I think that's the thing that will move me across. Like the first month we do it, and then I get results. That will move me to a 10. You know what I mean? But I'm the sort of person where I will try anything or try everything, right? But I'm still a bit cautious in everything I do. So I'll never see a 10 out of 10 for everything until I'm actually doing the process itself.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
In terms of the payment, would you split it up into 3 payments per month, or?
Yeah, we can do that. I guess actually, if we do that, we can actually. Would that be something that help you a little bit better and to mitigate the risk? Would it be?
It would. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I guess we can talk about that's what I mean. I think I mentioned this to you on the phone. If it makes sense to you. And we know we can help you. Finance is not always an issue because we always sort of make something customable, so to make sure that both parties is financially viable in terms of moving forward, right? So, but this is something that you want to do if you're keen to get started.
Yes.
Right. So let's come up with a financial plan that is viable for you, and then we'll just wrap everything up today. If that's something that you want to do, is that cool?
Yeah. Okay. That's fine. Yep.
All right, so 3 months, 58, and this is the 3 payment is from the 58 or 48?
Do it from the 58 because I want to do the buyers because I think.
By the way, our thing is including GST, so it's really not 58. It's actually a lot less than that. So it's 55, no 54 or something.
Yeah,
so
no worries.
We can split to 3. The 58 is split to 3, including GST, right? It'd be 2K per month for 30 days.
Yep.
Is that cool?
Yep, that's fine.
So you want to get started?
Yeah, why not? Okay, so with that, someone will call me tomorrow or something to do the onboarding. Is that right? Or
no. So we'll do everything on this call, man. So we'll schedule an onboarding call tomorrow, right? And we'll process everything today. And tonight we'll give you an onboarding form to fill. That's just basic info your address, your email, and all that stuff. And if you haven't finished or you have question with the onboarding form, you can just bring it to the tomorrow call. Our account manager will sort that out. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So look, typically just to get started, it's really easy on our end, man. It's just little form that we fill on our end, and we're just gonna need your card info, and we process that, generate receipts straight away. And then, we just send you everything. So I'm ready when you are.
Okay, 4639.
You have made it. Congratulations. You have watched the entire recording and it was not short at all, right? That actually shows how committed you are. So this is my free gift to you. This is going to be our exact script that we actually use to actually enroll our client right now. And it's actually more refined than the one that you see in the call because we've been refining it since then, right? And this document, I'm gonna make sure to leave it in the comment below underneath this video. And it's gonna be outlined anything from objection handling, pitch offer, the process, the script, the framework, and even what to do before the sales call. Right? Reminder here, if you are an agency owner, we're offering a free script audit for you to see how we can help change or actually work together in terms of refine your sales process. And if you're an remote sales advisor who looking to partner up or work with a top performing agency who actually get results for real estate agent in Australia, there's a link to also apply to actually work with us. Hey guys, if you enjoy watching the video, make sure that you're also checking out this content right there.